Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we have got a 2 versus 1 on Afterflow. Playing on his own as the Imperial Guard, we've got Vrax. Playing as a team of 2 on the southern side, we've got Commend TY as the Orcs, and we've got 1, 2, 3 as the Tau. It's a very exciting game. We don't normally see a 2 versus 1. We've got Vrax here on his own. Now he's quite possibly, I do have to say, maybe one of the most casted people on the channel so far, so we know that he's got a very good amount of experience under his belt. And yeah, so he's going to be on his own. Whereas these guys, I imagine they're fairly new to the game, or if not, they don't do much PvP stuff, so it's all good. They're going to work together and see if they can beat the big bad boy up north. Now, you'll notice there's a couple of different things. Normally, we don't have a relic outside of everyone's base, but they've put the setting on where they've got a relic out, so everyone's got some chances for big relic units later on in the game. I noticed as well that the squad cap for everyone is a little bit increased as well, so expect bigger baddies, bigger battles, and all that good usual stuff. Now, Vrax, while he's on his own over here, he might, be lacking in the sense that he's got less units to be able to recruit and stuff in the grand scheme of things. His army size will be smaller if these Orcs and the Tau mass up their armies, but he does have more strategic points to play with on his own, so be a longer setup time if he wants to capture these all, which might be a benefit, might be a negative, depending on whether he wants to capture the stuff in the middle, but realistically there's not much to play with in the middle, apart from the all-important critical locations. I've got one down here. Do we have any on this side? I think it's just the one critical location. So if you want to get your super-duper uber relic units out, you do need to capture that critical location. And down here we will probably see... Tau man, are you doing anything? Oh no, 1, 2, 3. Has he gone to sleep? What's your economy at? To be fair though, sitting around, he's got a fair bit to play with. He's probably just going to join us later on in the game. Just giving Vrax a chance to really set up as one of his Orc allies. Start stealing this strategic point on this side. It's not a serious game. Not a serious game as the Orcs capture the critical location nice and early. We are seeing some Imperial Guardsmen over on this side moving over to capture the relic as well. And it's a nice little curve round on this side. Nice little statue here as well to look down on the Orcs. But not much actually going on. I will also be able to, because these guys are relatively new, be able to explain some of the bits and bobs that maybe can help people learn and stuff. Like, first of all, turn up to the beginning of the game. Really useful strategy. If you're going to plan to play and win, start moving stuff. That'd be really useful. Boys Hut, a little bit later than normal. It seems that Commend has gone for a whole bunch of Slugger Boys and is waiting for that Boys Hut later on. Which is not the standard way of doing things, but he's getting big squad Sluggers. So that is something. He's also going to go for a couple of burners on these Orcs as well. Guards are going to be engaged in close combat. Won't be winning this engagement, but they are going to go for some extra boys just in case they fancy it. Burner will break the morale there, and Guardsmen have got quite poor morale at the early stages of the game. Tech Priest Engines here, going to come over and provide some las pistol firing support. Also not too shabby in close combat, considering that he's a builder. That's got a big axe. And the Guardsmen are just going to do a loop-de-loop, walk around, which, it's not good. Yeah, they're not going to win either way in this situation. Sad for them. Orcs just capturing the centre, whereas some Guardsmen are massing on this side. Got some conscripts, some Guardsmen, so maybe the conscripts can keep the stuff going on. And there we go, the tower online. We've got the stuff on the go. Fantastic stuff. Like I said, they've got plenty of money to play with anyway. I do believe as well that everyone's got like super duper high economy as well. So it'll all be fine. Guardsmen, morale has been broken by just this very small flame. Not really burning people alive, just keeping them hot under the collar. On this dude, yeah, he's been burnt alive and now been kicked to the ground. Down over onto this side. Slugger Boys will engage these conscripts in glorious hand-to-hand combat. The conscripts are going to fare even worse than the fully qualified Guardsmen. Broken, and they will retreat towards these dudes who are just capturing the relic. But yeah, the centre being held by the Orcs. So they've got the critical location, they've got the relic, I imagine. Yep, so they just now need to tech up. Big Mech will be coming out, some shooter boys as well on the way as well. Not upgrading this listing poster, but he's going to go for those war banners. All important war banners. Quite brave of him putting in the war banners, or at least one war banner at least, in the centre here. Very brave indeed. Slugger Boys, once again, jumping into the fray. Conscripts quite speedy there when they've got the morale broken. So they will run away with the tails in between the legs of the Orcs. Been vanquished over here by the looks of things. How did this happen? Did you... Oh, we've got a Commissar in your ranks. Right, okay, so With a Commissar in their ranks, if some Orcs start to engage them in close combat. A Commissar does a mean bit of close combat damage. That's probably what happened. At least I think. And they're also going to go for a heavy bottle tip there as well in case the Orcs have any fresh ideas on their goes. But mind you, though, Big Mech could join these shooters or these sluggers, and this whole bunch here could go down here and start bashing this up. They are quite capable of it. Preferably before the heavy bottle turret got set up, but a lack of movement from down on this side. I'm going to go for a mech shop there. Tau going for some Fire Warriors, and also taking up a tier 2, so they've got vehicle beacons, so bit of a slow start for the Southern team, but they have got all their vehicles on the way. The Guardsmen, mobile vehicular combat isn't exactly their vibe if they're playing the infantry game. But they do have options in the form of Sentinels, they do have options in the form of their Valkyries and stuff. Second War Banner going up, not sure if it's going to survive this engagement. Or it's kind of milling around in the middle, not really committing to any kind of direct combat. Conscripts have been beaten up. Chimera focusing on the listing post down over here. Command Squad was somewhere in here as well. Yep, hiding behind the War Banner. Yeah, the War Banner actually being well preserved at the moment, actually. Orcs maintaining their numbers somehow. Mind you, though, the Guardsmen don't really have any weapon upgrades, no tactical controls. These are just as soft a Guardsmen as you can ever find. Now the tower coming over just in the nick of time, breaking the morale of the Guardsmen. War Banner has been destroyed or cancelled, maybe. The Guardsmen been beaten back, potentially. Or at least just hiding inside. Are you hiding inside your... No boys inside the Chimeras. So yeah, the actual infantry been churned up. The third Chimera on the way, and currently these boys don't have any form of anti-vehicle stuff. Tower Commander would be quite useful with his rocket shoulders, which you can get in a tier 2 for the Tau. But at the moment, nothing much going on for the anti-vehicle stuff. Have you got anything on the way? You've got the Big Mech, maybe you've got your vehicle zappy thing. You've also got some war trucks, or war tracks, sorry. We'll never remember what they're called on the first go. Guys, we're going to try and come down here, but not much will go on for them. They're more or less just scouting at the moment. And it does look like that the Orcs and Tau have been beaten back on this side. Fire Warriors remaining ever so slightly. Just see what's what, but probably should go home. Oh, and a Skyway missile gunship. Right, okay, they've now got anti-vehicle capabilities. So they should be able to beat back the Chimeras fairly swiftly. If they all converge on the same target, got double Skyway missile gunships, actually going to go for a flanking manoeuvre. Yeah, just a combined arms. One Fire Warrior trying to return to his squad after being lost in no man's land, or no Tau land, or no Orc land. Chimeras are going to have to find a... Well, it's quite a difficult route for them to take due to the pathing. If they need to go backwards or forwards, they will get caught on themselves. Skyway missile gunships now focusing on this field command. Needs to make sure that that field command does not go up. It's quite a beastly structure. Filled of conscripts. Becomes quite a substantial turret. Command squad charging straight into that Skyway missile gunship. It will try and list away as best it can, but the Priest joined the command squad. They are quite a nimble squad. Now going to focus on the Guardsmen over here. Reinforcing themselves in an auto fashion. Even though that the command squad isn't built for destroying buildings, or vehicles, sorry, the Skyway missile gunship isn't exactly the tankiest of tanks. Priest now using its zealous fury to keep them alive. They might potentially lose that Skyway missile gunship. Big Mech comes forward. Has the... I was about to say, has the Tech Marine or Tech Priest been killed, but double Bluefus coming in. Does seem like he's probably been killed. Yeah, I can't see him at all. So definitely denying the construction of that field command. I can see an Earthshaker platform being built up instead. Orcs being absolutely wrecked in the face by triple Chimeras. But we do have... Ooh, what's the artillery coming in? Is that artillery? Am I going mental? Possibly. Either way. Oh, there's something here. Hold on. Ah, a sneaky war track hiding behind the structures. Of course, yes. But maybe wants to turn his attention to something else. Has gone for Bomb Chucker, which will make it a little bit pants against these Chimeras. Not really seeing much of an answer against these guys. Big Mech still knocking around there, but he's not going to do an amazing job against all three of these. He does go down. Substantial amount of tower on this side there. And they have got a hankering to take down this field command. Airshake platform has been finished. It's now got to open fire. Although misses his first shot. Don't know where that shot went. Maybe that's just a practice one. Just to warm the old fingers. There we go. Incredible range. Incredible damage. At least I think. Another bloofer coming in. Although the bloofers aren't exactly designed to do much damage. Oh no, he says. Actually does a fair bit of damage to buildings. Now the Cascans come over. They've got the priests. So Vrax over here is in tier 3. Being able to withstand the incoming fire from the Fire Warriors. Curse Machine Spear on the Skyrim missile gunship. Stunned it into silence. The Chimera's finally been taken out. An artillery platform, an answer to the Earthshaker platform over here. And Mars found you, actually. Okay. What are the economies at the moment? 400 and 286. 140 and 107. And 122 and 81. So Vrax certainly making use of the maximum amount of economies that he has. And he's already got a Mars Pattern Commando. And he's going to go for that Baneblade. So big tanks on the way for Vrax. Also got some Ogrins in the reserves. Stealth suits moving forward with their fusion blasters. Should be great at taking down any kind of structures. But they have been spotted by the long-range scanner of the Imperial Guard. Grand Squad. Looking over on this side. We're not seeing much strategic points or listing posts being built up. That's probably why their economy isn't as amazing as it could be. A Riptide battlesuit on the way there. So that is something. And we've also got a Killburster and a Morkanaut. Okay. From the bigger mech shop. So Orcs just basically, they've gone for cheap chaff infantry. Been saving it all up for these big vehicles. I don't think we've seen Killburst before, but look at this. Gives me some Shunt vibes from Robot Wars, if you ever saw that. You get Shunt, one of the big triangular thing on the front of him. But that guy is going to basically murder vehicles in any capacity. Also doing a fairly good job against this command squad, but the command squad's got loads of extra boys inside. Not going for the standard 3-men squad. No, they've got an extra 2 in their ranks. Valkyrie been found on top of the Killburster, but it's just going to basically shrug off the incoming damage. Didn't really hit them with most of them anyway. But for the sheer amount of free zealotry, keeping these guys alive for a lot longer than initially anticipated. Looking for a second, well, in fact, another 2 Psychers to be able to zap these guys, but Morkanaut comes in, gives them a zap double kill on those priests. And what a fine little vehicle this is. Like the blue shine in his eyes. Got a flame on one side, a claw on the other. The zap cannon around the crotch area. He's going to cause some serious trouble. Oh, no, never mind. Vendetta heavy gunships, right. Morkanaut cannot punch the Vendetta heavy gunships. And the Killburster can't fire upwards. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Got the perfect combination against big vehicles. But against airplay, not quite. 1, 2, 3. He's got that broadside battlesuit on the go. Did a little bit of damage. Are you stuck on? I was going to say, can't remember that vehicle being about. That's just some terrain, I think. But the battle wagon on the way. Morkanaut needs to get out of there. Get involved into a combat that he's actually able to help with. As these Ogrins come down and slap things around. Hammerhead gunship and the Riptide have been finished. Hammerhead gunship does amazing. Well, Hammerhead and the Riptide does fantastic stuff against vehicles. Long guns, lots of zappy bits. And the Baneblade actually struggling quite a bit. Morkanaut will come in. And not engaging in melee, just sticking to that ranged combat. He's got some zaps to be extra guns on top as well. And the Baneblade goes down. It's kind of turning into a, oh, what do you call it? You know that survival mode where it's 2 players versus the computer? It's like that. except that there's no computer. I like it. It's good. We're seeing vehicles and units that we don't normally get to see in games like this. Got the Swordfish heavy gunship on the way, and a battle wagon. If ever played Dawn of War 2. A big roly-poly thing in the front. And a smorgasbord of rocket launchers being able to be grabbed. It'll help it against the Vendetta heavy gunships. Slugger boys just take it to the face. They're just standing around, minding their own business. The Riptide jumps over. Hopefully going to send this heavy gunship away. Is the command squad still knocking around? Or is this a fresh one? This is a brand new one. But he's not surviving. There we go. Oh no! Priest just comes in but activates his zealotry not nearly quickly enough to save his commander. But he saved himself for a little bit. Got another boys hut on the way. Replacing those listening posts. Really keep those economies on the go. Especially if it's going to end up being just a game waged by those huge endgame units. What's Vrax doing over here? He is going for a Relic of Mars. And because it's got that critical location, we'll be able to get the big Uber Relic unit for the Imperial Guard. Which I do believe is a Titan? A Knight? It's something. Lehman Russ battle tank with a huge gun thing on it. Which does a lot of damage to all the things. Oh, we've got loads of battle suits. Hold on, let me have a ganders at this bad boy. A Vahara. Some wonderful shoulders on him, doesn't he? Great against all things. He's going to go for a shield missile drone as well as a Nova reactor overcharge technology. That does stuff, I imagine. What it does, though, who knows? And we've got a Grav inhibitor drone being summoned by the Riptide battlesuit. So that's cool. That's neat. These guys are not taking advantage of their... Currently, they've got a load of good stuff that they could use to move down here and blow things up, but they're not taking advantage of it at all. They are just in defense, worried about the next incoming incursion from Vrax. Commander Longstrike's gunship, as well as a smorgasbord of Skyrim missile gunships. Maybe their idea is just to defend, and when they defend the next wave, then push out. Maybe that is the idea. Generally, you always want to be proactive. You don't want to be sitting around in your base. Never ever want to do that. You always want to be trying to do stuff, even if it's something small. War Banner, or an attempted War Banner, been stricken down. A 1, 2, 3, sending out the boys. And they'll certainly be causing some issues for these heavy gunships. They'll be taken out, or at least shown the back door at the very least. But these, you notice, are they called Vanquisher cannons on these boys? Can't quite remember. Morknot is getting involved. Close combat with the Ogrins. But constant use of these priests. Making sure that no one dies anytime soon. Also got one tank buster just walking around in the middle. Going for that flanking fire. Baneblade on the far side. But thankfully we've got lots of gunships to hopefully send away that Baneblade. Morknot goes for that overhead axe smash. That was a wrestling move once, I think. A wrestling 10 at the very least. The Ogrins aren't having greatest of times. The morale has been broken. Command squad still knocking around in the centre. Over on this side, Vanquishers are coming forward, but the Slugger boys, the MVPs, is engaging in close combat. I'd like to think that they thought that they killed that primarily. The little grots coming out to repair the battle wagons. That's what you want with all this vehicle stuff. Ideally, you want infiltrated grots coming in to repair these guys. But the Morknot just causing it. There we go. Keep it on the move. Probably got stuck by the Cursed Machine Spirit, I imagine. Now rocking on over here. Got the Dominus Pattern Knight. There we go. That's the Uber unit. At 85%, if they could destroy this Mars Pattern Foundry, there might be enough a chance to actually steamroll over this position. Just need to crack on with it. But this is what I mean, like, if they pushed out a lot earlier and got involved, there wouldn't be a chance of this finishing up, and it does look like it's going to finish. There we go. It's popped down. And he is ready to open fire. Does a heck of a lot of damage. Also, that missile that comes off the top of him as well. Morknot more or less instantly going down. Battle wagon as well, also been stricken. Only a couple of shots from the Dominus pattern is required to take out a vehicle, and yeah, just all that high-tier orc stuff being wiped out. The Mars Pattern Foundry has been killed there, so no more knights for Vrax at the moment. They will then instantly start rebuilding it, although then cancelling it, because he needs some space for the Dominus Pattern Knight to walk through. Just a constant stream of slugger boys. Oh, but we've got a Gargant. Right, okay. Big boys versus big boys. Although, not much room for the Gargant to manoeuvre. Swordfish heavy gunship. Taking out a chunk of health on this knight. Doesn't survive for long. Gargant now opening fire. This boy's got to be the boy to take him on. Ideally, some Grots would also come over to repair him if they could. Turning his back on him. It's one thing you should not do in combat. Also got that Tau battlesuit edging its way forward. Who's going to run away? It's got a sword, shadow, friend. Earthshaker platform also gets some shots in there as well. Not sure what these broadside battlesuits are doing there. Oh, we've got a... Is that a Death Strike pattern missile thingy firing away? It is! Look at that little bit of Death Strike missile launcher firing away. Do you believe that he irradiates the area around him or something? Oh, being shot mid-jump. That's unfortunate. Gargant using his shield to keep himself alive. But on his own, unsupported, against all the Imperial Guard's fire. He'll go down quite quick, but sizable amount of slugger boys are coming in. Go on, lads, you can take them on. Just believe. If you believe hard enough, what can the Imperial Guard do to you? But Death Strike, missiles, annihilating things. Gargant been exploded. Just collapsing as quick as you like. Morkanaut is coming back for revenge. Riptide battlesuit has been repaired to full health. Is it on the way to full health? But that Dominus Pattern Knight, I mean, it's taken a bit of a beating, but nowhere near as much as he'd hoped for. Seems though that the heavy infantry resist his big rocket a lot more. So maybe the idea is just a whole bunch of tank busters, infiltrated tank busters, and these broadside battlesuits. Maybe that'd be the idea. These Baneblades not standing up too well there, are they? Not doing the best of jobs. But one shot actually kills that Scarlet missile gunship. Can he get it down there? Also, just structure down here being murdered by the Death Striker. Got a battle fortress. My goodness. Like a battle wagon, but a bit thicker. Add an extra C onto the end of that thickness. Sword Shadow once again. Or at least another Baneblade-esque vehicle. Not quite cutting the mustard here. I'm not even sure if these guys realise that they're being nuked over and over again. Don't we actually see it firing? What's the firing rate new? Oh, we don't even get to see the missile going off. Fair enough. Or does it spawn randomly? Heresy. Tech heresy going on there, I imagine. That's probably what's going on. Got a regular battle wagon. Dominus Pattern Knight not really taking that much damage since the initial burst over here. Maybe a swordfish or two can sort him out. That Riptide still in the repair shop. I mean, it was a good effort. You know, I mean, if you're not familiar with PvP, if you're not all that well versed in how to do things, and it's not terrible. I mean, yeah, they've done a terrible job. What I think that maybe they lacked on was, again, like I said, if they pushed down the middle a lot quicker, they could have killed that Pattern Foundry and then stopped this. Oh, well, are you a different one? Oh, you're a Imperial Knight Hero, right? You're just a smaller version of this Dominus Pattern Knight. But yeah, if they stop this guy from spawning, the centre would have definitely been lost to them. They could have then got that critical location and then got a huge unit out on their side. So I think that their main problem in this game was the lack of immersion, I guess. They could have pushed out a lot harder. Also as well, not seeing many listing posts being built or rebuilt and stuff. And also, like, there was a large fixation on these two lanes. We're completely forgetting about pushing down this lane where there was lots of stuff that they could have done to maybe go down here and put some pressure on the rightmost lane of Vrax. But hey ho, going to see another battle suit coming out as these guys probably go in for the last stand. Can't imagine them really pulling it back too much further. But lots of bloofers coming out. Won't do much, as his mainstay is killing infantry and heavy infantry. Structure's now gone down, so no more battle suits for the Tau. As Imperial Knight comes over, Casual just firing left, right and centre. Settlement being crumped. War Truck as well, also being absolutely wiped out from the first planet, but still going to bring some more out. Gosh darn it. One rocket can change the fate of the world, potentially. That looks like the Orcs being wiped out. Rex says GG. And that, boys and girls, is that. So yeah, this game will come out on the New Year's Eve, so I hope that you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and that you either get drunk or not drunk, or you do whatever is your tradition for welcoming the new year in. And I'll see you all next year. So yeah, cheers for sending the game into the Discord. If you want to have a look at the old Discord, it's in the description below. And there is also Patreon for £1 a month to get one extra game a week. All the usual gubbins. Mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.